Right, so in the last lesson we were introduced to for loop where we learned to loop through a list of numbers. For example, this will print numbers 1 to 6, as you can see, 1 to 6 at the bottom here. 1 to 6 is a number. Right, so let's say for example we want to print just 4, 5, 6. We want to print only numbers bigger than 3 while looping. We don't want to print 1, 2, 3. We only want to print 4, 5, 6. We have to introduce a condition and say if number, the variable, we created the number variable, is greater than 3, than number 3, right? That's the only time you tap this inside. Sorry. That's the only time you want it to print. And one thing you should know, the for statement, FOR, and the if statement, most times after using them, you will have to indent. So whatever is inside, it has to be pushed. As you can see, this is pushed inside the if, this is pushed inside the for. So basically, this line is looping through 1 to 6, numbers 1 to 6. It's checking while it's looping, is this number greater than 3? If it is greater than 3, it prints it out. So when I print this, I will have 4, 5, 6, as you can see. So that's a way of looping, introducing conditions. And another way, so let's increase this to 10. So we can say if the number is an even number, print it out. So the way to check if a number is even in Python is using what is called modulus. You can Google it, Python modulus. So this modulus checks for the remainder after something is divided by whatever comes after. So whatever the number is, if you divide it by 2 and your remainder is 0, it is even. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, if you divide them by 2, the remainder you get is 0. So basically what this code is saying is if the number we have is even, that's what the highlighted section is saying. If the number we have is even, in other words, if when we divide the number by 2, we get 0, print the number out. So we can check that is an even number. So let's print it out. So we have 2 is an even number, 4 is an even number, 8 and 10. As you can see, all of them here at the bottom. So if we want to print out odd numbers, basically what we can do is turn this to 1. Because odd numbers, when you divide them by 2, the remainder is always 1. So I'm supposed to change this to odd, but I will not. I just want to print it out so you see. So it's saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, they are even numbers, but we know they are not even. So we come here and change this to odd. They are odd numbers, all of them. All right, this condition helps you select what you print out. Instead of just printing everything out in your list, it selects it. The other thing it does is, if we want to print just the first 5 numbers, right, we can say 1 to 5. If number is less than 6, print. Oh, sorry. If number is less than 6, I have to take this out. Yeah, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically that's that. And the last thing I want to show you is, let me take the condition out. You can print the, what's it called now? the multiple of numbers. So numbers 1 to 10, right? You can say you want to print it times 2. So for each number you loop through, you don't want to print that number, but you want to print 2 times that number. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're going to get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Do you understand? You can do square, because in Python, double star is square. So instead of getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, you get 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, and so forth. Right? So it prints the square. So for each number it loops through, it's printing out the square. And this is one way loops can be used. You can use it for solving problems. And the best way, because it's always better to not solve inside a print statement, you can just cut that out and write the name of a variable. Let's call it squared, right? And then you create the variable and say squared, assigned to. You can do it. This is a better way to write the code. Instead of putting the calculation in the print statement, it is better to create a variable. They will both give you an answer, but best practice is to not calculate inside a print statement. All right, so if I run the code, it gives us the same thing. All right, this is the second step in our introduction to for loops. In the next step, we will introduce a tracking system in our for loops, where we track and count the items in our loop. All right, see you in the next video.